Welcome to the beautiful Crown Melbourne, home of the largest poker tournament in the Southern Hemisphere, the 2008 Aussie Millions. What began nearly a week ago with a record 780 players is now down to the final three. And tonight, these three men fight for the Crystal Trophy and a first-place prize of $1.65 million. Erik Seidel is one of the game's greats, but 8 bracelets don't guarantee success down under.
I think the experience will help, but I don't think it means I'm going to win the tournament.
Mike Chrysanthopoulos and Alexander Kostritsin have never been this far before. See if their young nerves will hold up under the extreme pressure.
Adrenaline's pumping.
Probably I can beat anyone else. Probably anyone else can beat me.
It'll be unbelievable. It'll change my life forever.
The prelims are over. Tonight, one of these men will leave Australia with newfound riches and the title of Aussie Millions champion. FullTiltPoker.net presents the Aussie Millions. From the beautiful Crown Melbourne, heart of the banks of the Yarra River, the final table of the Aussie Millions continues, where tonight will crown a champion. Along with Michael Koenig, I'm Barry Tompkins. 3 men left to vie for the top prize of $1.65 million.
There's Erik Seidel. He's got the illustrious pedigree, but he is on the short stack.
Next to him, Alex Kostritsin, a 21-year-old from Moscow. He's in second place, $5,770,000.
And that's our chip leader, Mike Chrysanthopoulos. His friends call him Mick the Greek. He's a Melbourne native hoping to keep the title here in Australia.
And he will be the first to act. The blinds $25,000 and $50,000 with a $5,000 ante, and Mike C with an ace-jack suited.
And when the tournament gets down to 3 players, everybody wants to quickly establish who the boss is. Chrysanthopoulos is setting the tone.
Mike C raises up to $175,000. Kostritsin folds. Now Erik Seidel. Pocket deuces.
Dicey situation for the short stack. 3-handed, any pocket pair rates to be a favorite, but the deuces against any 2 cards can't be better than 50%.
Oh.
And he's going all in.
This could be a very short night for our 8-time World Series of Poker bracelet winner. You know, Mike C not only has a great hand 3-handed, he's got a whole bunch of chips.
Big hand, Erik.
Ironically, Chrysanthopoulos is sweating the decision, but that man, Seidel, I think he's apprehensive. I don't think he wants to get called.
Michael.
So he does make the call. Mike C going up against the seasoned pro and Erik Seidel. And his rooting section looking for the knockout.
All the deuces.
Seidel, I think, is relieved to see that Mike Chrysanthopoulos doesn't have a pocket pair, so here we are, classic coin flip.
And the flop. King, Jack, 10. Chrysanthopoulos pairs his jack.
Keep it low.
Keep it low. I like his idea. That's good.
Actually, sorry. What am I saying? High. Keep it high.
You're right.
When I meant low, I meant aces. Ace is the lowest card in the deck, isn't it? Yeah. Put an ace out there. But no queen. Put another jack or something.
And here is the turn. Seidel looking for a deuce. Doesn't get it. It's a 5 of hearts.
Another 5. Another 5.
The great champion Seidel could be down to his very last card at the Aussie Millions, looking for one of the 2 remaining deuces. He got it!
And Seidel stays alive.
That is sick. Nice hand.
If you have ever taken a hard ground ball to the groin, that's how it feels.
So there is no joy in Greekville. And I'm sure the last thing in the world Chrysanthopoulos and Kostritsin would have wanted to see was Erik Seidel double up this early.
Guess you gotta get lucky sometimes, huh?
Well, Chrysanthopoulos is trying to be philosophical about this, and he really does need to keep things in perspective. He still has nearly $7 million in chips, needs to take a deep breath, get back to playing solid poker.
I would think the scare card for these guys, though, is that Seidel now has almost $3 million. Kostritsin, with a Jack-9 suited, first to act, will raise to $150,000. Seidel folded, and now Chrysanthopoulos with a king-queen.
And Mike C probably wishes he just had 2 raggedy cards so he can collect himself.
Make it 450 more.
Instead, he picks up another solid hand and jacks it up to $450,000.
And Kostritsin will call.
The Russian has position and will get to act last for the rest of the hand.
To the flop now. 8-7-6. And a check from Mike Chrysanthopoulos.
Kostritsin has picked up an open-ended straight draw, a 5 or a 10, and it looks like he's going to bet it.
Going to bet $275,000.
Now Mike C, well, he's immediately reaching for chips. He could just give it up right here. He has only a king high with no real draw possibilities, or he can put Kostritsin to the test.
Which he does. He raises to $650,000.
And that cheap raise, I think, gives Kostritsin a pretty good price to continue with this hand, and it looks like, yep, he's calling.
Chrysanthopoulos hoping for a king or a queen. It is a 10 of spades, and Kostritsin will catch his straight.
Chrysanthopoulos has nothing but 2 naked overcards.
1.5.
He's going to continue to bet, try to sell this story. Kostritsin will not buy it.
$1.5 million is the bet to Kostritsin.
Kostritsin with the nuts can just call here, but if his man is on a flush draw, he doesn't want to give a free card.
Raise.
So he's going to raise.
And that is not what Mike C. wanted to hear in this situation.
On the other hand, it does
It's a
give
raise.
him just about all the information he needs. Chrysanthopoulos should be done with his hand. He made his play, didn't work, time to fold.
Kostritsin will make it $3.25 million. And now Mike C. has to decide, does he want to go on?
There's no decision here, Barry.
What you got there?
But he's asking for a chip count.
335. 1,335 more.
This is all just free observation time. Mike C. understands that Kostritsin is serious, and that's it.
So he folds the hand, and Alex Kostritsin will win over $7 million. And guess what? We've got a new chip leader. So Seidel delivered the right, Kostritsin brought the left. Let's see if Mike C. can pull himself off the mat when the final table of the Aussie Millions continues. Welcome back to the 2008 Aussie Millions. We began the final table with 7 players. Peter Mobbs was knocked out first, followed by Antonio Casali. Then it was Nino Murata's turn, and Peter Ling was the last to go. 3 still remain, but only one will take home $1.65 million. And right now, that looks like it could be Alex Kostritsin. He has doubled up on Chrysanthopoulos. Eric Seidel a distant third. I'm Barry Tompkins, along with Michael Koenig. Mike Chrysanthopoulos came in here as our chip leader. He's already taken 2 big hits. 3 players left, Mike. Assess this table for me.
Well, Chrysanthopoulos can win, but he's going to need to manage his emotions and make the solid decisions that got him here. Eric Seidel needs to double up quickly so he can become a threat. Alex Kostritsin, I think he just needs to do what he's been